give them all praises, give them all praises. Where the fuck am I going? Who the hell could I be? All this time I've been lost, vessel trapped in the sea, chains holding my legs. I just wanna be free. Bitch picking my bro. Hell yeah, they know it. Heritage keep going. You can see it in my phenotype. And that damn Indian showing. This knowledge keeping me steady. 45 on my hip and my armor man still ready. I hit the streets in my Chevy. Blunt burn, smell smoking heavy. Man, here you go, I got plenty. Prayers up for what's in it. In the land I lost many. Cause every nigga ain't feeling. And every man ain't willing. No Debos but spelling. No heroes for my family. Why the pigs killing us daily. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praise to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Where the fuck you come from? Kidnapping off baby. 11 million abortions. Whole country is scorching. Haters stealing my portion. Bitch, give me my land back. We ain't signed no contracts. Why you wasting all of our trust funds? We don't know who your dad is, but we know who your kinfolk is. Take the food off of my plate. Leave that shit with my phone. Invader. Motherfucking invader. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Sitting on the invader. All praise to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Sitting on the invader. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Hey ya. 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 All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Sitting on the invader. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Sitting on the invader. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Sitting on the invader. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Hey ya. 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 Hey ya.
I think it depends on where you are. I think if you already had your mind made up.
Damn, my bad, y'all. It's fucking some of these fucking videos I be pulling up. They be playing these. They just automatically be playing these damn videos. My bad about that, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard it or not, but it was playing in the background. Shout out to all the Aborigines, North, South, Central, Conjoining Islands. Let's just take a moment of silence, man, for the brother Joshua Brown. All right, man. I don't know where to start at, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little twisted right now in my words because, like, I damn sure didn't want to see the young brother lose his life over this matter. You know what I'm saying? And now they playing us like we fucking stupid. You understand what I'm saying? Because understand this, man. Anybody who testify against the police make them a target. So let's just stop acting like they don't target it, motherfucker. The same thing what happened to the nigga in Eric Gardner case. The only motherfucker got convicted in the Eric Gardner case was the nigga who shot the video. You understand what I'm saying? And they know it. Like, and then like I said, anybody with any rights, his mind will be like, wait a minute. Why do all the people get locked up as the nigga who shot the video? Oh, cause y'all targeted him. Oh, okay, all right, it makes sense. So unfortunately, you just happen to catch this man with his hands down. You just happen to catch him slipping. The man got charged with a gun. He said he didn't even have no gun on him. You understand what I'm saying? And this is like I said, man. You know, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, this video gonna be serious business, all right? So this is not no like, you know what I'm saying? This brother was one of us, man. He was an Aborigine, man. This coon ass fucking Caribbean motherfucker came here, and who knows what he found? Hell, who knows what the dude Bolton John was involved in because he wasn't accounting. So no one knows. Maybe he found something. Maybe he found something that he wasn't supposed to find. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we know what happens with these accountants that work for these companies. And, you know, like the same thing, you know, I'm not saying, you know, the brother had a right to come over here and earn himself a living and do something right, man. But when we lose one of ours, man, and then your coon ass family up there hugging the lady who killed them. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, man, like, I feel like spitting his brother's face, man. I don't want to hear that forgiveness shit. Because, you know, like I said, you think someone deserves forgiveness of running somebody's fucking house and shoot a man directly in the chest? Then they try to bring charges and say, well, oh, he was high, and then that shit went away. Now they're gonna try to say that this brother was selling drugs. You understand what I'm saying? Bro, let me tell you something, bro. We are not stupid. I know you motherfuckers listening to my channel too. We are not stupid. And that goes for a lot of other people. None of us are fucking stupid. You think that this brother we know you guys was on him. Y'all was watching him. So if that man was selling drugs, y'all would have been on him. And in fact, they had to actually get the brother back into Houston. They had to threaten him. He didn't want to testify because he feared for his life. After his man got shot, he was like, yo, this ain't no rant. He ain't got no beef with nobody. The man went to school. He played football. He worked for a roofing company, and he owned Airbnbs. And then you want me to believe this man had 12 pounds a week? Now, look, check this out. Let me show y'all something, right? We're going to get into this. Let me show you. Let me show you where he lived at. Let's take a look at his house, where he lived at. Let me see something. Let's take a look at where he moved at. I think this is it. Let me see. All right, so this is the apartment complex to where he stayed at, right? Now, look. Let's take a look at it. This is where he stayed at. Okay? It's a gated community. This is what it looked like. All right. Now look, understand this. To have 12 pounds of weed, somebody would have smelled something. And living in a situation like this, people is very nosy. And then just if this man was selling weed like that, they would have smelled it in his house or where he was living at in that apartment, the first complex where the Joker Bolton John lived at, right? Now, all right, this is where he lived at. It's just a few pictures. Let me see something. Let me show y'all something else. Now this is where it's at, right? Now these is luxury. He said luxury apartments. All right. You see what it looked like. All right. All right. So I want to get into something. Let's see something real quick. All right. Let's read a little bit. Let's read a little bit to what was going on so you guys can just be informed. All right, it's a Joshua Brown shooting. 5 facts you need to know. All right. Now it's saying Texas Police Department is investigating the murder of Joshua Brown, who was shot at the 4600 block of Cedar Spring Road late Friday night. October 4th. Lee Merritt, an attorney for Bolton John family, broke the news saying on social media that an assistant district attorney identified the victim to him as Joshua Brown, a man who testified in the Amber Geiger murder trial. Local news sources and police did not release the name right away because they didn't want nobody to know. Okay, it's saying, but his identity has been confirmed. Okay, why wouldn't they release him right away? Because they didn't want nobody to know. Because people would have started saying, "Wait a minute, this man just testified, and you mean tell me he just pop up dead 2 days later after the matter, and he was shooken up? So you think this man was sitting up there crying, and he's some ruthless drug dealer who shot somebody? Bro, we not stupid, you fucking devils. We not stupid. Like, and this is what they do. This is what the fuck they do. You understand what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I ain't making no allegations. You guys already know what it is. Anybody with any common motherfucking sense, and then people something, well, why would they shoot him after he testified? I don't know. I don't know, but I don't believe this man was selling no drugs. I don't believe it's just some random, it's just a coincidence that this nigga just testified. He just randomly get killed. A drug deal went bad that fast. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Let me see. It's saying, look, it's saying in his tweet, it's saying Merritt said Brown was shot in the mouth. Now, this is an attorney. So you know he knows. The attorney not gonna make no speculation and saying he was shot in the mouth. It said he was shot in the mouth and the chest, and he got out as he got out his car at his apartment complex. Now look, they ambushed him. Whoever did that ambushed him. So this somebody was waiting for him to pull up, get out his car, and they shot him. It said, but he later clarified that exactly where Brown was. It's saying shot was disputed. Now of course they're gonna make it seem like he wasn't shot in his mouth, but they already said it. They already said he was shot in his mouth. Okay, it's saying Merritt described the shooting as an ambush. Okay, so it was an ambush and a drug deal going bad is not the same. Now listen, they saying that it was an ambush, right? So they didn't find no other shells on the ground. It should have been 2 shells. It should have been the gun that he got shot with, and now they saying that the dude who they saying that one of the kids that was making a drug deal, he shot him in the chest, right? Now we're going to get into that too because we know these motherfuckers lying, right? Because understand this, right? They saying that after he shot the kid that he was selling the drugs to, and he got killed, they took his gun and took the bag and took everything else. Somehow they said they dropped the kid off at the hospital, and then his friends that was in the car continued to keep it moving. Okay, now understand this, right? The guy who got shot, I'm quite sure he knew that kid got murdered. I'm quite sure if he was there, if this shit even happened that way. I don't even believe it happened like that. Who knows who this kid is who got shot? You understand what I'm saying? But understand this, right? Why would he tell everything when he the victim? The kid that's in the hospital at this point in time is the victim. They don't got no gun. They don't know what happened. So how could they prove it? And why would he tell? Why would he just come out and tell and say he was shot? That's bullshit. That's just, like I said, it's just a bunch of smoke screens to keep people thinking, to keep you thinking. Well, actually to stop you from thinking. Okay? Now say Merritt describes the shooting as an ambush and as occurring at close range. Merritt said that he will investigate the killing. Police are now seeking Thaddeus Green and Michael Mitchell on capital murder charges connected. Now look, they saying capital murder charges, right? Capital murder charges. Really? In connection with Brown death. Now, Jaquarius Mitchell told police that Thaddeus shot Brown during the drug deal. Now listen, like I said, once you talk to his family, you'll see that this man wasn't involved because I'm quite sure his wife or whoever he was living with would have knew if he was mixed up in this. And like I said, living in a luxury apartment like that, you can smell that weed. I don't give a fuck what you do to it. You can smell that much quantity of weed. It's no way you're not going to smell it. And them nosy crackers that probably live in his apartment would have been called the police. But not to mention, once this man decided to testify, the police was already probably watching him. They was already watching him, waiting for him to slip up. That's why he left the fucking state, because the man wasn't even in. They had to subpoena him to come back. He didn't want to testify because he feared for his life. Now, why would he fear for his life? Okay? Unless somebody was making threats. Now, look. Let's read some more. Now saying Brown was found at the 4600 block of Cedar Spring Road late Friday night, October 4th, with multiple gun wounds. It's saying Dallas News reported a map above shown the approximate location of the shooting at Antera Apartments, located near the Dallas North Trollway and Lemon Avenue. Brown was not shot at the Southside Flat Apartments, which was where he lived when Bolton John was shot. According to the NBC DFW, of Terror Apartments is 5 miles away from the South Side Flats. It's saying where Bolton John shot him. Because understand this, right? See, if he moved, so now people would speculate, well, how the fuck did they find him, and how did they had to make it seem like it was some local drug. This is what they do to all of us. This is what they said they was going to do to all black leaders, was plant drugs on them so now they can easily arrest them. You know the shit. They been doing this shit. They been, like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But the way that the history of this shit is always incriminate, make the person like tear his credibility down. If he was already selling drugs, they would have knew that shit. They would have. You think they didn't investigate this kid? And they could not find nothing on him. They could not find nothing on him, and now you want us to believe this man was just a drug dealer, right? Now you want us to believe he was a drug dealer. When the nigga left, he wasn't even in Dallas. And they saying these guys drove 346 miles from Louisiana to buy 12 pounds of weed. Now, like I said, you got people who do that. Don't get it wrong and think what nobody tried, but that's a long way. 300 motherfucking miles? 300 miles is a long ride. That 300 miles is what? It has to be at least about maybe, I'm going to say maybe 5 hours, depending on who's driving. It has to be at least 5 hours. Okay? Has to be at least 5 hours. Like I said, and it depends on who's driving. You know what I'm saying? And you think these guys came and then all of a sudden, like, come on, man. How ironic is this? A drug deal went bad that fast. You think the police wasn't still watching? You think this nigga was that stupid to where he was selling drugs knowing that the police was watching him? If he feared for his life, you think he ain't feared for these people to run up on him and lock him up? Or find some trunked up charges on him? Come on, bro. We ain't stupid, man. People think like, and that's what I'm saying. They would do anything to get the heat off of them or whatever. Like I said, we don't know what occurred, but I know damn well that whatever happened, it's not what we being told. Okay? It's not what we being told. You don't have to be the smartest apple in a bunch to see. And I just watching this stupid ass nigga Okende. I don't know what this stupid non-breathing motherfucker. He's on O'Shea Duke Jackson show talking about some, yeah, he was selling drugs. And yo, I hate coon ass niggas, man. I hate coon ass. I do not. I never liked it, that motherfucker, because he always take the low road and he's another nigga who believe these Europeans. And he's sitting up there believing the official story. Like, yeah, he was selling drugs the whole time and all that. But yet, he was under investigation. You know they had to try to investigate this, man. You think they wasn't harassing him? He's about to testify on the fucking cop? You honestly think so? You honestly think so? You honestly think so? You watch too much. You niggas watch too many movies, man. And the problem is, too, a lot of these crackers, see, they don't want to believe that the system is dirty. So of course, they always believe any story or look for any official story to come out. See, he was selling drugs. I knew it. I knew he was selling drugs. I knew it was like, and this is what people fall for. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, like, this shit is sad, man. It's sad. This shit is sad, bro. There's no such thing as justice in this reality, man. There's no such thing as justice, man. This bitch walked in somebody's house, killed somebody, and then because the man testified, and I'm not saying like we don't know, but I'm speculating, okay? I'm speculating. I don't care what nobody say. It don't make no sense. It doesn't make no fucking sense. Okay? It don't make no sense. One, that the kid got shot. No damn well they grabbed his gun. So, and then think a bit like this. Why didn't they test him for gunpowder residue? Why didn't they test him for gunpowder residue in his hands? The fuck out of here, man. You lying motherfuckers. And like I said, unless he had a revolver, what kind of gun did he get shot with? Did he get shot? Did he shoot the kid with a revolver, or was it an automatic? If it was an automatic, then it should have been a shell casing on the ground. It should have been a shell casing. So then the ballistics would have showed that it was two weapons. And they never said that he discharged no weapon. But now all of a sudden, this man, he shot somebody. Then they just so convenient after he shot him. These in that type of setting right there, in a gated community like that, they was able to run up, grab, take his gun out his hand, or however the situation was, grab the gun and then grab the bag and flee. Nah, my dude, nah. That seemed like somebody who had all the green lights to go. That seemed like, come on, we not stupid, y'all. We not fucking stupid. But of course they want to make it seem like, oh, they don't have nothing to do with it or whatever. Like, come on, man. Like, I mean, like I said, man, you have to put two and two together, man. And I don't, like I said, I don't know what the motive or why would they do that to him. But I ain't buying that. I ain't buying that this was no drug deal. I'm not buying that this was no fucking drug deal. And like he said, a year ago, his friend got killed and he got shot in the foot. And the nigga who did it, they let him out of jail. You understand what I'm saying? They let him out of jail. Like, it's not ironic for people to have certain hitmen. Come on, man. We know what the fuck be going on, man. And that's what I'm saying. And we're gonna see right now, even with this Michael Brown. I mean, not with Michael Brown, with Eric Gardner. Even with Eric Gardner, the nigga who shot the Eric Gardner case, he got locked up. How? What? So you telling me that the police plotted on him after knowing that? First of all, any district attorney should have knew, listen, if anything happened to this man, if anything happened to this man, if y'all mysteriously pick him up, all the charges going to be dismissed. Because why would you investigate him? Why are you harassing him? Why are you harassing him? And then, like I said, all the system work together. Because anybody, if I was a district attorney or a prosecutor, right, I'm using my brain. I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you harassing this guy? Why are you harassing him? Why is he just popping up with all these charges or whatever, unless y'all plotting to get him? And this is what happens, man. Okay, let's continue. Let's read some more. All right, so Brown shot. We read through that. It say witnesses seen a silver 4-door sedan. Well, I wonder, was it Crown Vic? Was seen leaving the parking lot quickly after they heard gunshots. Dallas News reported suspects was not identified until Tuesday. Now, how was they identified? Oh, because the kid got shot. Then he told on everybody. Get the fuck out of here, man. Ain't nobody going to incriminate themselves. He got shot in the chest or whatever, and you think that this guy's going to tell, and now he's going to incriminate himself in a murder? Really? Seriously? Brown was taken to Parkland Memorial Hospital and later died from his injuries. Brown identity was not immediately released by police. Why? Because he did not have an ID card on him. Oh my God. So he was driving a car, didn't have his ID on him? Really? So he was driving his car, he didn't have his ID on him. NBC DFW reported police said at the time that they was waiting on confirmation from the medical examiners. Now his identity has been confirmed by local news. All right, so around the same time, Brown shooting, 2 other people drove themselves to the same hospital with gunshot wounds. But police later determined that those cases were not related. That is Charles Green, 22, Michael Diaz Mitchell, 32, is saying are sought as suspects in the connection with Joshua Brown murder. That is Green is a suspect to be the one who shot Joshua Brown, according to testimony from Jaquir Mitchell, who is in custody. Okay, now, like I said, like really, you have to really think about this shit. Okay, now I would like to interview these guys. I would like to interview them, but they ain't gonna let you interview. They ain't gonna let you come near these people because you're gonna start seeing that this shit is fishy. It stinks to high fucking hell. This man owned properties, Airbnb. He had children, and he was selling drugs and had guns, and he shot somebody. And you mean tell me they never mentioned that he shot nobody or was a shootout? They never mentioned that. They never mentioned that he shot nobody. Now all of a sudden he shot somebody, and then they come on, man. Like they like, yo, man, the devil's a fucking liar, yo. In the Dallas police press conference, police said that all three suspects are from Alexandria, Louisiana, and drove to Dallas to purchase drugs from Joshua Brown. According to testimony from Jaquir Mitchell, Green was a suspect of being a facilitator. Police said it's saying they said that according to Jaquir, whatever how do you pronounce his name, Mitchell, Green got out of the vehicle and had a conversation with Brown that escalated. Now, why all of a sudden, right after he testified, that he had a conversation and it escalated into a physical altercation? Come on now. Are we really think we fucking stupid? Jaquir got out of the car. He said that Brown shot him in his chest. Then the argument broke out. Now the lawyer said that Brown was ambushed as he got out the car. Now he was just standing around so conveniently. I believe the lawyer. I believe what he said, that he was ambushed as he got shot out, as he got out the fucking car. Now they saying that he was arguing and all this. Oh, they got into a physical altercation. But the lawyer said he was ambushed as soon as he got out the fucking car. Okay? It's saying then the argument broke out and he heard two shots. It's saying while he was in the car, he said Green shot Brown. Okay, now they saying two shots. Now they saying he got shot multiple times. Now Mitchell told police that Michael Mitchell dropped off Green somewhere and then dropped off Jaquir at the hospital. Green took Brown backpack and gun. It's saying both Green and Mitchell are still at large and considered armed and dangerous. It's saying in the press conference, police said they received numerous tips in the executing a search warrant. It's saying where they confiscated 12 pounds. So you found 12 pounds officially. Now wait a minute. How many pounds did he sell them? How many pounds did he sell them? So you went in this house and found 12 pounds so conveniently and 149 grams of THC cartridges and more than 4,000 in cash from Joshua Brown home. And you want us to believe this man had drugs in his home knowing he about to find a cop? And he was selling drugs. So you mean tell me he wasn't smart enough to shut it down until all of the smoke cleared? He was running. What do you take us for? Like, really, any nigga know if you testifying against a cop, you is hot. The police is on you. And you do not want to get caught slipping if this is the case. Okay? You do not want to get caught slipping if that was the case, all right? Now, I'm saying, look at Dallas Police Department. We received numerous tips that led us to execute a search warrant. Why? So now you got numerous tips. When this man testified, you mean tell me you couldn't find no dirt on him? Nothing came out except the man played football. He went to college. He worked for a roofing company and he ran Airbnb. You mean tell me they didn't do an investigation to where they was talking to people who knew him? And if somebody knew him who he was selling drugs or anything, they would have bought that shit up. They would have been bought that up because they couldn't find nothing on him because he wasn't doing nothing wrong. Okay? Now look, it says Lee said that Brown was shot at close range while exiting the car. Sound like a hit to me. Sound like a fucking hit to me. Lee Merritt was the first to break the heartbreaking news about Joshua Brown's death. He said that the assistant district attorney with the Dallas District Attorney Office had initially confirmed to him that Joshua Brown, who was killed, Joshua Brown said in recent testimony that he was 20. No, I'm sorry. Joshua Brown said in recent testimony that he was 28 years old. An early report, NBC, the victim as being 37, but appeared to be incorrect. Merritt said he spoke to Joshua Brown's mother, who confirmed her son's tragic death and was devastated. Okay, now I'm saying Joshua Brown was shot in the mouth and the chest. He was exiting his car. And I thought he was selling drugs. He should have been out the car according to what they saying. Now, why? Now, where did he get this story from? Where did he get this story from? Okay, this man was murdered, man. And you don't sit up here and try to make it seem like, oh, he was out there selling no drug. This man, why would he say as he was exiting the car? Now I could tell if he would have been like, yeah, he was just standing around or whatever. But he's saying the lawyer said he was exiting the damn car and he was shot. I thought that now according to them, they saying he was arguing with him, and then the altercation come out, and then they shot him. But the lawyer said he was shot as he was exiting the car. He was ambushed. When you say stuff like that, mean you got some type of, you have to have some type of evidence to even be making that type of claim. To be making a claim that he was exiting the car and he was shot and he was ambushed? Come on now. It said she suspect foul play. It's saying he had no enemies. He worked for a living. We need answers, okay? He said he had no enemies. He worked for a living. This kid like a good kid, but they gonna make it say, oh, he's a drug dealer. Merritt said Brown was shot at. Oh, we read that. All right, let's go down right here. All right, so this is Lee Merritt. It's saying where Joshua Brown was shot seems to be disputed. I was told by immediate family that the ME said mouth and shot. It's saying initially I was told in the back. It's saying I just heard from a witness who provided aid to the wounds in the buttocks and the side. It's saying we have to wait on autopsy. Okay. Now they saying he was shot. They saying he was shot. He was wounded in the buttocks and the side. Okay. Now it said Merritt later clarified that exactly where Brown was shot was unclear because now they probably said something to him. He said, why would he say he was shot in the mouth if he ain't had no evidence of that? Why would anybody just say, oh, he was shot in the mouth when you don't know where he got shot at unless you knew he got shot in the mouth? Okay? They're saying he said in a Twitter post that immediate family told him Brown was shot in his mouth and his chest. But Merritt was originally told that Brown was shot in his back. A witness who provided, we read that. All right. So his family had to see the body. All right. So let me see. Let me go down a little bit. Y'all already seen pretty much what he was saying. Now you believe this kid? He sitting up there crying. He sitting up there like, and this man some ruthless drug dealer, right? You want us to believe he's some ruthless drug dealer, and after going through all this and telling him he feared for his life, this man just started pushing him. He just went right back to he was started selling drugs. Come on, man. Like, what do you take us for? Okay, what do you take us for? Saying Brown testified on September 24th and was very emotional during the testimony. At one point, he needed to break down because he was shaken up. Okay, now this kid he was shaken up because he's feared for his life, and they made him come back. Okay. It's saying Brown was a former football player for UFC, USF, an entrepreneur who had several Airbnb properties. And he was selling drugs? Really? 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 You want us to believe that? Joshua Brown is originally from Jacksonville, Florida. He attended the University of South Florida for college. After attending Arizona Western College, studying indiscriminatory science. According to his witness testimony at Geiger trial, he was a roofing contractor. It's saying for a few years after graduating from college, and now he been running a business managing Airbnb. Yeah, I know. I know that already. AP. I know they came from Louisiana. I just said they drove 3 miles, 3.5 miles. All right. Let me continue reading. All right. All right. He's been running a business managing Airbnbs, including 2 in Los Angeles and 1 in Atlanta. He was working on getting another Airbnb in Dallas while at while at USF, Brown was on a football team as a defensive back. It's saying he played in 8 games. He had 11 tackles in 2012 season, but was unable to play in 2013 after suffering a torn Achilles during a workout. Tampa Bay Times reported. All right, it's saying you can see Brown's 2012 football roster at UFC here. You go screenshot. Okay. All right. There's just some more about, you know, it's just sad, man. It's sad, 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 sad. Like really, it's just really sad, man. We knew they was gonna pull this shit that he was selling drugs or he ran was a drug dealer. Now let's see something real quick. Let me see something. All right, now let's go here real quick. All right, this is not a real website, but I found this, so I wanted to read a little bit on this, right? So it say Joshua Brown feared for his life, attempting to evade testifying in the Amber Geiger murder trial. It's saying Dallas, Texas, Joshua Brown, the Dallas man who was slain after taking the stand in the killer cop Amber Geiger trial, attempted to evade testifying by fleeing the state out of fear for his life. A lawyer claimed on Tuesday, ex-Dallas cop found guilty in a murder and shooting a black neighbor. Brown was gunned down Friday outside his Dallas apartment, just 10 days after providing a key testimony about the night of his neighbor Bolton John's murder, according to police. Okay, let's go down and read some more. So Lee Merritt, who represented the Jean family, said that Brown repeatedly expressed concern that testifying would put his life at risk. Why would it put his life at risk? Who was the lawyer said he didn't have no enemies, so why would he put his life at risk? The roofing contract had previously survived a shooting in November 2018. The suspect remained at large. Josh was concerned that these people still meant him harm. So when he was subpoenaed to testify against Amber Geiger, it's saying he was conflicted. Merritt wrote on Facebook he wanted to do the right thing, reported on NYP on Tuesday. The mayor of Dallas, Eric Johnson, is urging people to avoid speculate. Why would you be urging people to avoid what would people be speculating? What would they be speculating? You think people don't believe that he was selling drugs after 10 days after he did this, after he testified, he just had somehow got murdered? So conveniently, and you think that people is not going to come to no speculations? All right. Now, after the cold-blooded murder of Brown, a key witness in the Dallas police officer Geiger murder trial, according to Monday report. Now, a lot of people saying he wasn't the key witness or whatever, but he was the key witness because he provided the testimony that no one else provided. Okay? He provided the testimony that ain't nobody else provide. And then people going to try to undermine him, saying, "Oh, his testimony wasn't even the testimony that got her." It was the one, because he said things in it that contradicted what she already told them. Okay, now let's continue. So say Johnson said on Twitter that he trusts Dallas police will conduct a thorough investigation into the death of Brown, and that until then, people should refrain from speculation. It's saying Dallas Police Chief Renee Hall said Sunday that police has no suspects, no motives in the Friday killing. Now they had no. She said that on Sunday. Okay, they had no suspects, no motives. Okay. Now listen, understand this, right? The kid, whoever got shot, if he got shot Friday, meaning that the kid, whoever got shot in the chest, he had to go to the hospital on Friday as well. So you mean tell me the kid was sitting there all that time? So at what point in time did they investigate him? If this shit is if that kid even said what he said, like I said, I don't believe shit these people say. Nothing. I don't believe nothing they say. Nothing, because they try to make that nigga Bolton Johnson like he was smoking weed, and then his family said, "Nah, you ain't gonna pull that. He wasn't even smoking weed." But they try to tarnish his image by making it seem like he was a bad guy. And like I said, this is how you know the devil is real. Because the woman walked in his house, and none of her and her own officers will go to try to cover it up and say, "Oh, she didn't do nothing wrong." And none of them got the balls to say, "Yo, you gotta wear that, sis. You went up in this man's house and shot him, and you want somebody to shoot you bail? You a fucking criminal. You're a criminal. Why would anybody shoot you bail? And the people who shoot you bail is criminals for shooting you bail. You swore to the Constitution to update. Now I know, don't hit me with the Constitution been canceled and all that. We know all that. Okay, but like I said, like people got to start using their brain when it comes to shit or whatever. But nonetheless, though, she took an oath to obey by the Constitution, and the other people around them took an oath to obey by the Constitution. But this is how it is. This is how the corrupt system is. Okay, let's continue. Let me see something real quick. Hold up. Nah, that's another one. Let me go to this one right here. All right. I'm gonna read a little bit of this. It's saying, see, Joshua Brown's testimony was key in convicting Amber Geiger of murder. Okay, it was key. They said it was key. Okay, let me see something. I say right here. It say Merritt said that the trial may have put a target on Brown. So who will put the target on him? So local drug dealers would say because he snitched on a cop or he told on a cop, that would put him at harm. So who would be the people he would be at harm against? Who would be the people that he would be at harm against? I don't know. I'm just asking a question. I'm stupid. I don't know. Who would be the people that he would be if you testifying against a cop? So who would be the people that? Why would this man fear for his life? Why would he fear for his life? Why? I wonder why. Didn't her partner kill a black kid, a 16-year-old black kid? Why would this guy fear for his life? Her partner that she was in a relationship with. Okay. Now look. I said, Merritt said that the trial may have put a target on Brown, who already feared for his life after being shot in a club last year, according to NBC. Brown expressed concerns about his exposure he will get from the trial. Merritt told NBC he expressed concerns about his safety. Merritt told CBS that Brown has been shot less than a year ago and someone standing near him was killed. It's saying he was reluctant to testify in the case because he had been shot and thought some people might want to do harm to him. Okay. It's saying Merritt also said Brown would have been one of the first witness in the John Jean family civil case against the city of Dallas. Okay. Now look, it's saying to have a key witness suddenly be killed is suspicious, Merritt told CBS. It's saying, was this related to the trial? It's saying there is no clear indication, the attorney added to CBS. It's saying that if Brown had concern for his safety, then the city and the county had an obligation to ensure that those concerns were met. Okay? Now he had concerns and he told them, so why wasn't he protected? Brown was shot and killed late Friday. We read that. He's found lying on the ground in an apartment complex parking lot with multiple gunshots. It's saying his lower body. It's saying police said NBC reports. It's saying he was taken to Parkland Memorial Hospital where he later died due to his injury. So if he had lower gunshot wounds or whatever, they said he got shot in his mouth. So he got shot in his fucking face. All right. So circumstances of his death remains unclear, but witnesses reported a silver four-door sedan leaving the parking lot quickly after they heard gunshots. Okay. Now, like I said, I showed you that was a gated community. So that means for you to get in the parking lot, meaning somebody had to let you in. Now, let's see something. Let's see. That's the gallery. Let me see something. I want to see some. Let me see if we can find a parking lot. Oh, still weird. Oh, shit. I mean, this look like, let me see this. Look, this the parking lot. This is the gate that's separating the outside from this inside. So for you to get in this gate, meaning that you had to even have, either he had to let you in or you had to have some way to get in it. Okay, so my thing would be, obviously, if you was leaving that, you had to go past. It has to be cameras in there. It has to be cameras all over there. So where's the cameras at? Oh, every time something like this happens, there's never no cameras to be seen. Where's the cameras at? It has to be cameras all over. This place is a gated community. So where's the cameras at? And I'm quite sure that where he got shot at, it had to be cameras too. So you telling me there's not no overall view, no camera view that sees everywhere, or that has a good a clear, like okay, most of the time when you got complexes like this that's gated, okay, we know that they got surveillance, or we know that they got some type of cameras, or they might have one big camera that can show the whole parking lot. So as you can see right here, this gate is separating the parking lot from, I guess, the public or the outside of this gate. Okay, so for you to come into the parking lot, you had to come into the gate. Okay, I mean, I'm just speculating. I mean, that would make sense. A gated community has to have. You think a gated community gonna have a parking lot outside the gated community? Anybody, if it's a gated community, any random person just cannot come in there. Okay. So let me see something. It's saying, Merritt strongly feels this case should have been handed off to another law enforcement agency. See, they let them investigate their own self, and that's the fucking problem. That's the problem. They let them investigate their own self instead of saying, "Nah, we don't trust none of you. We're gonna let somebody else deal with it." And look what Shannon Sharp said. If Bolton John had shot Amber Geiger, would he have received 10 years? Look, see? So if he shot them, would he receive 10 years? This bitch crying. The judge gave her a Bible. The judge violated everything, gave her a Bible, gave her a hug, then try to blame it on her and say, "Oh, I only gave her a hug because she asked." Man, come on now. Your ass gonna get suspended. You're gonna get suspended for impartiality. And like I said, you already see that she was friends with the fucking police chief. So you know she friends with the police chief throwing up a damn rock sign together. Um, More than likely, and she was basically put on by them. The police department is the ones that got her the job. The judge. All right. It's saying it's important of transparency. It's saying in this case, given the suspicion surrounding his death, saying I can't emphasize how important that is. He told NBC, "I hope the city of Dallas that. Handles that the right way." All right, all right. So rest in peace, little bro, man. We gonna try to make sure you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to make sure your shit get done right, man. Cause this is foul as hell, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just this situation, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this lady killed this man, man, and she was wrong. So even when they wrong, they still try to make it. That's how you know, like, come on, man. Like, really. So you walked into a house and killed somebody and you want leniency. So you don't care nothing about the man's life. You don't care nothing about his family. All you care is about yourself. And you want to use the fact that you was a law enforcement. That was the reason that you should get off. So, okay, so if you're in law enforcement and you break the law, that means that you should get leniency. But the average person who does this don't get no leniency? Really? Okay, let's get into something. Let me see something. Oh, this is, hold on, let me see something. All right. Let me see. All right, this is it. So I'm gonna read one more thing. All right. So it's a let me close some of this stuff out because I already know it's gonna start bugging. All right. So it's a Amber Geiger trial. It said witness Joshua Brown did not want to testify because he feared for his life after he was wounded in a shooting last year. Okay, now he probably know that shit was suspect because he probably like, man, I don't. That kid ain't had no beef with nobody. That's why he was fear. He wasn't fearing for his life that these niggas was gonna find. He probably was fearing for his life because he probably felt like, yo, I don't have no beef with nobody. And he probably felt the energy like this nigga probably just ran up on him and just started with him out of the blue. And then he ended up getting shot and his man got shot. And he probably knew, like, yo, nah, this is weird. This is weird. Like, he probably didn't have no problem with nobody for real. You understand? They're saying man who was slain after testifying in the murder trial, former Dallas police officer had feared being a witness because another incident in which he was shot and wounded outside a nightclub. It's saying an attorney for his family said Monday. Police said Monday that detectives were, excuse me, y'all, continuing investigation of the fatal shooting Friday of 28-year-old Joshua Brown, testified Amber Geiger trial. It's saying Geiger was convicted 3 days earlier in the death of of her neighbor Bolton John. It's saying whose apartment she said she mistook for hers. It's saying Brown lived in the same apartment building, has testified about what he heard that night. And remember, he also said that he heard somebody speaking. It wasn't English that they were speaking. So that right there seemed a little suspect that he was saying that whatever they were speaking a foreign language. He said it didn't sound like English. And then he heard the gunshots go off. So Lee Merritt, an attorney representing Brown's family, said Brown mother told him about her son, reservations about his visibility in a high profile trial. In November, Brown was wounded in the foot in a fatal in the foot in a shooting that left the 25-year-old man dead outside Dallas nightclub. The Dallas Morning News reports. It said he was concerned that the people who shot him there still wanted to do additional harm. Now listen, now this is what they're gonna say. I think they bending this shit. I think they bending this shit, saying that the people who shot him, but obviously if he feared that whoever shot him would have seen him or whatever. Like I said, I mean, I don't know, but this it sounds very weird that even if you got shot like that, if you got shot, he must have felt that the shooting was random, or he must have felt like, yo, it's like it doesn't make no sense why the dude would just shoot me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying still wanted to do harm. Said Merritt. It's saying who also representing the John family. Dallas Mayor Eric Johnson, an official, asked public to refrain from speculations. Okay, we already read that. It's saying Dallas police had no comment or calls for independent investigators. All right. Let me see. All right, we touched on that. So he played football. Right. Mm. So that's that, man. I don't believe none of this shit. This shit stinks to high hell. And they have always, like I said, anytime some shit like this happen, it stinks to high hell. Was that shooting? Was that a hit? Was that a hit? Because it's easy to set somebody up in the club and then just have him bump somebody and then he just randomly shoot somebody. Like I said, the guy who did the shooting, they don't even know where he at. He was locked up and they don't even know where he at. Maybe he might be dead. The Joker who did the shooting. Okay? There you go, trying to say it was a drug deal. You believe that? You's a monkey's uncle if you believe that. Okay? And if you motherfuckers think we believe this shit, you motherfuckers is as stupid as y'all look. Okay? All right. And I guess these are the two guys that supposed to have shot him. Where's the other guy at? Why they not showing the pictures of the other dude? And it talks about he got shot. It's saying the arrest affidavit states that Morris and another man was at a club celebrating a birthday and encountered Brown at a strip club. It's saying the other man wanted to fight Brown, and the two men fought in the street. When Brown and his friend attempted to leave, Morris pulled a gun out of the car and handed it to another man. It's saying record shows. It's saying Nicholas Shaqua, whatever, Diggs was killed and Brown was hit in his foot. There's no indication that Brown's death was connected to the prior shooting. All right. Hold on, let me see something. All right, so this say nervous to testify. It say nervous to testify. Let me see. All right. It's saying Brown choked up on the witness stand and took a breakdown. I talked about that. Mm. It said despite his reluctance to testify, Merritt said it was his plan to ask Brown to take the witness stand again. All right. It's say speaking to investigators into the Brown murder. It's saying Merritt said there's no link in law enforcement or a trial directly, but it's something. No, I'm saying it's something worth looking into. All right. It's saying Merritt tweeted Tuesday morning that Brown left for California. It's saying before the trial began to avoid testifying. He was threatened with jail time if he didn't return, Merritt said. Okay. So why would he been afraid to testify? Like, okay, the shooting was a shooting, but it sounded like he was afraid of something, like he was getting threats or something, like from some type from somebody outside of some street dudes. Okay. Okay, they said he was in California, so he was in California all that time. It wasn't like he was in Louisiana where these guys was from, but he was in California. And then all of a sudden they made him come back. Then when he came back, he was selling drugs. Come on, man! Like, I mean, you got to be a fool to believe this shit. All right. Here this shit go. And this shit just go off. Let me get the fuck out of here off this page. All right. All right. So let's check this out real quick. If you don't believe that police, and anytime you do something against the police, or if you investigate them, that they don't harass you and they don't fuck with you. Now I'm gonna show you about what happened with the Eric Gardner case with the young man who's supposed to had who recorded the video. All right. Now look, this is the Huffington Post. This is what it says. It say the grand jury did not indict one person involved in the Eric Gardner killing. It's saying the man who filmed it. All right. So let me see something real quick. Now look, it's saying in August, less than a month after filming the fatal July 17 encounter, which Daniel Patolino and other New York Police Department officers confronted Gardner for allegedly selling untaxed cigarettes. Oh shit, he's a criminal, even though he paid $11 for the fucking pack in New York. It's saying so he paid $11 for the fucking pack, which the cigarettes only cost $1.75. But they tax them so much to make because the cigarettes is the #1 killer, so they tax them. They tax the shit out of them to make it seem like they doing something good. But who gets the money? Like, come on now. It's saying a grand jury indicted Orta on weapon charges stemming from an arrest by undercover officers earlier that month. Police alleges that Orta had slipped a .25 handgun into a teenage accomplice waistband outside the New York hotel. Orta testified that the charges was false, mounted by police in retaliation for his role in documenting Gardner's death. But the grand jury rejected his contention, charging him with a single felony count. And look, see what I'm saying? And like so even the officers couldn't be like, well, man, nah, this is like, come on, man. This sound kind of sketchy. That y'all was watching, y'all just so happened to run down on the same kid that shot this high profile video, right? Unless y'all was watching them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It ain't none of these shits, no coincidence, man. You know what I'm saying? You think they wasn't watching this kid? All right. So they charged him with, he said that it was in retaliation, but no one believes that. They like, oh, no, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't put no gun on. The police put guns on people all the time and put drugs on people all the fucking time. So let's stop it. Let's act like it ain't no alleged. I've seen it myself. I've seen police put stashes on people. I've seen police put drugs on people just for popping shit to them. Just for popping shit to them. Okay? Let me see something. I'm gonna read a little bit more of this. All right, it's saying Gardner case. On the other hand, jurors determined that it was not probable cause that Peliano, whoever, saying had committed any crime. The medical examiner ruled that Gardner's death a homicide in part resulting from the chokehold and restraining move ban. So you use an illegal move, and then y'all say that he didn't. Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, like, are you missing the point? So you saying that what he did was to him illegal, but they said, oh, he didn't commit no crime. Like really? Like, this is the stupidity. Like I said, do you understand that? They say he did not commit no crime, but he put an illegal chokehold on him. So wouldn't the probability be stemming from the illegal chokehold that you put on him? No one's talking about that. But you saying that, oh, if he didn't resist, or whatever. If he didn't, so he resisted because he told you he wasn't doing nothing, and y'all harass him, and because the man got cigarettes. New York is that fucking beat to where you put together a task force to run down on somebody for some damn cigarettes, and New York cigarettes down there $12 a pack, and y'all run down on the nigga who, like, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. All right, so the use of the grand jury in a high-profile police killing has attracted increasing scrutiny. As such, juries decline to indict both Darren Woodson, the police officer who shot and killed the unarmed teenager Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, this summer, and now Peliano. Patalino. I'm sorry, Patalino. It's saying while the famous saying goes that a jury could indict a hand sandwich, it's saying it becomes clear that they also give much more leeway to police officers. All right, okay, all right. Let me see something. So, let me see. So I got a video with this kid. I'm gonna play the video real quick. Let me close some of this stuff out. It's just sad, man. Like, I mean, people is not as stupid as people think we are. You know what I'm saying? It's very sad, man. All right, so let's play this. I'm gonna play this quick video. I'm gonna play a couple videos. Let me see. I'm gonna play this one first.
Cell phone video of Eric Garner's death at the hands of police shocked the nation. And helped spark the Black Lives Matter movement, protesting police brutality. But for the young man who recorded the footage, it was the beginning of a series of run-ins with police that he says led him straight to jail. He spoke to Al Jazeera by phone.
After the video, it just more intense and more like spotlight on me. Basically, everything they were charged with, I had proof that I was doing otherwise.
This man brought attention to something that they did not want us to pay attention to. Orta, who is suing the NYPD for wrongful arrest, is featured in a new documentary called Cop Watch. The film focuses on a group whose mission is to record police officers to protect the rights of citizens.
It's my constitutional right to film. Just doing my job.
Its members are responsible for recording other police controversies, like the arrest of Freddie Gray in Baltimore and the aftermath of Michael Brown's shooting in Ferguson.
This isn't like David and Goliath, this is like David versus an F-18. So essentially, the police used every possible thing in their power to make sure that Ramsey, went down.
The NYPD has yet to comment on the details of the lawsuit, which is currently under review by the city. But former police officers and their supporters all over the country are complaining that the prevalence of videotape is having a negative impact on policing.
Well, everybody has a video camera in their pocket now with a phone, so...
This former detective believes officers have become much more reluctant to intervene.
Put it in context about what's exactly happening here. That officer's trying to focus in on a specific problem where this person may or may not be armed or dealing with it, and now you have other people coming in from different sides, other stimuli. This could present a big problem for those officers.
I thought you was doing something right.
Critics of Cop Watch say it glosses over Orta's criminal record. But Orta says, regardless of his past, the film and his lawsuit are an attempt to shine a light on police misconduct.
I want to help people in my community and other communities put more resources out there for the kids. That way they don't end up in a place like this.
Unlike Orta, none of the officers involved in Eric Garner's death have gone to prison. Win or lose, he says he plans to continue working with Cop Watch when he gets out. Kristen Salumi, Al Jazeera, New York.
So this man locked up. Let's see the other video. Let's see. That's that one. Let's see this one right here.
Every time you see me, you mess with me. I'm tired of it.
That day changed my life. I wish it didn't have to happen this way. Watching it now, it's like, it hurts. I get goosebumps because I feel like I could have done a lot more than just stand there and videotape. Can't breathe. I went home and took a shower and it hit me like, damn, you just killed my friend.
Hundreds shut down major highways in multiple cities.
I work for Week Cop Watch.
We are on Baruch and Houston. Ramsey has just been arrested for standing off of the sidewalk while filming. The police arrest someone else.
My main goal is to put pressure on cops. Once they see a camera in somebody's hand or a phone in somebody's hand, like they quick to think twice, like, oh shit, I can't do what I wanted to do. Well, together I have 5 bail bonds. Empire is covering the gun charge, because that was the first case that I caught behind the video. And allegations I was selling drugs to an undercover.
He doesn't have a clean record, but that has nothing to do with these cases.
It does feel that they had it in for someone. And I do think that had he not filmed this video, we would not be in this situation defending him on 6 or 7 different cases.
It was more like, okay, this guy is getting fucked completely.
I exposed literally modern day lynching. That's what happened, and choked him to death. I don't regret it, but I don't want to be dealing with this shit. I'm about to go give up some time for my life for taking a video. It's gonna be a rough ride.
Alright, I just wanted to show y'all that. So let you know that they do target motherfuckers when they do like anytime like testimonies or anything like that. I'm not saying that that's 100% what happened as far as Joshua Brown, but I'm just saying, like, come on now. If that man was selling drugs, they would have knew he was selling drugs, and that would have been something that they would have it would have came up, or they would have been ran down on him. But they said the man was in California. So if the man was in California, he really didn't want nothing to do with it. So how was he selling drugs if he was in California? All that he had connects in California too. So then when he had to come back to to testify, all of a sudden he just started selling drugs. Then come on, it don't make no fucking sense, man. Who we got in the chat room, man? What y'all believe what happened? Let me see. Y'all still with me? Peace, Empress. What do y'all believe will happen? This. Let me see. What y'all got going on? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is exactly what I said. Said it's fresh info to you. Jim Jones said a hit. Yeah, they ain't got no weed in Mississippi, right? Mimi? That's what they want you to believe. A nigga gonna drive 300 fucking miles. Who the fuck gonna drive 300 miles to make a drug deal? I mean, come on now, do you? I mean, listen. I hustled. I know. Like, I'm not going no fucking 300 miles. I don't give a fuck if it was for a fucking. I'm not driving no 300 miles. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you gotta think about it. Like, if it, think, just use your brain. After that shit happened, he was already in fear for his life. He wasn't just in fear for his life for that shooting. Something else was probably fucking with him. Now we don't know what happened, but obviously he knew what happened. Yup. Same lawyer. You right. Mm-hmm. That's right. I mean, people get blasted in the mouth, but they're gonna try to cover that up because they don't want you to know he got. Now they're gonna try to make it seem like he didn't get shot in the mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Just so you wouldn't think that, because we know if he got shot in the mouth, then it had to be something dealing with, oh, you ran your mouth or something. Like, what the fuck is he supposed to do? The bitch is a criminal. The bitch ran in somebody's house and killed them. Unless that was a hit. That's what we missing. It might have been something that was going on with that. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, that's right. We not slow. They think we slow and shit. Right after he tested, right after this shit happened, then all of a sudden he just pop up dead. Oh, it was a bad drug deal. Out of all the perfect timing for some shit like this to happen, just so conveniently, and then like I said, if his family come out and say he wasn't selling drugs, if his wife came out and said he wasn't selling drugs. You understand what I'm saying? You believe this man had a drug altercation after the lawyer said he got ambushed. I believe what the lawyer said. The lawyer said he got ambushed as he got out the car. Okay? As he got out the car, he got ambushed. They would have headed down Houston. You right. Dallas? You serious? Huh? That's right. I mean, we know. I mean, obviously, there has to be something else going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see this shit is so covert. I mean, so it's so covert to where, like, it could be a number of ways that a motherfucker can get touched. You know what I'm saying? Just like the thing with Darren Sill. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it seem like if Darren Sill was just some random murder or whatever. No, it was a hit. That was a hit. So who put a hit out on him after he was working and he was an activist? Who put a hit out on him? It don't make no sense. And then burnt them up in the car, shot them, and then burnt them up in the damn car. Come on, man. That saying like something that was personal. Yeah, now he's a kingpin. Yeah, right. Huh? Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit sad, man. It's real sad, bro. And this brother, was one of us, man. And then to get his coon ass family up there hugging him, and now this man had lost his fucking life, and his coon ass brother gave her a fucking hug. You niggas is sorry ass motherfuckers, right? And that's what I'm saying. See, on one hand they want to help you, but then on one hand, she wanted the help of us here, and then on the other hand, they sold her out and let her get off the hook. They let her get off the hook. All this love they showing. Like, this is like the worst shit. Like, I've never seen no shit like that, bro. Never. Never. Like, so the victim is already dead, but now she playing the victim, and everybody fell for it. The judge fell for it, his brother fell for it, everybody fell for it. She was the only victim. Come on, man. The shit stinks to fucking high hell. Michael Bryan, like, really. You saying first I thought it was a mistake murder. Nah, he's saying hug that bitch while like he was, yeah, that man, listen, Empress, we know damn well, like, real talk. Somebody should have get smacked his brother, yo. We don't want to hear none of that Jesus shit. Don't come here pumping that Jesus shit to us. Oh, Jesus love you. Soon the motherfucker Jesus smack the shit out of him. Shut the fuck up. Fuck out of here with that Jesus shit. Stupid ass fucking coons. Motherfucker come here and cause they let you they let you come here or whatever and get a job. Now you feel obligated. You gotta pray to fucking Jesus and forgive everything. You know what I'm saying? But understand, let me tell you something. They didn't want like something happened. It probably was a lot of shit that was behind the scenes that we really don't know. The family probably was getting threatened. We don't know. You understand what I'm saying? We don't know. They probably was getting threatened as well. Because I'm not breaking down like that in court. I'm going to be like, fuck her, give her a fucking life. Like, it's nowhere in the world. Michael Bryan saying if he was selling drugs, where is the pistol? That's right. Listen, look, Michael Bryan. Now, if he shot that kid, or supposedly, right, according to him, the dude Joshua Brown shot the other kid. So when the police came and did the crime scene, they would have found two different shell casings from two different weapons. Why was that not mentioned? Since he shot somebody, where's the other shell? Where's the shell case? Oh, it was a revolver, or was it automatic? Mm-hmm. That's right. I mean, real talk. Like, this shit is sad, man. It's sad, bro. This brother went up there, tried to do the right thing, and here it is that the system is so corrupt that you want us to automatically believe this nigga was selling drugs. You want us to believe he was selling drugs. Really. Really. He live in this nice place right here where, like I said, for you to come in, you had to come through the gated community. Let me see if I can find it. I want to see the interest of it, man. Let me see that. Let me see right here. Let me see what this like. This look like the interest right here, like the gate to come in. Let's see if we can find something better than that. I don't know exactly where the interest at, but like I said, all the gated communities I know, you have to get checked in or get buzzed in. It ain't no just you just gonna be in randomly in the parking lot like that, unless somebody knows something. Like I said, there's a camera coming in. There, you think there's not a camera when you pull into the damn driveway? I mean, when you pull into the parking lot, you think there's not a camera that's directly pointing at you? So where's the footage at? Hmm. Excuse me. Rainstorm, you right. The cold, it would be a cold. It would be a cold, you right. No doubt, Crush the Legend. What's up? I'm saying this shit was with Bolton Drain. Yeah, some Matrix. Yeah, that's right. You right about that. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, come on now. You see that. You see how his house look. You see how that shit look. It's nowhere in the world. It said when he heard a foreign language, the deceased guy probably was pleading for his life in his language. The officer probably knew Brown. It said heard everything. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold on, it's saying look how let me see, saying look how long it took the major outlets to put the story out. It's saying this is breaking news. How is the internet getting it before news channels? Yeah, because they don't want to report it because people already going to know. See, they think people stupid. So what they did was they put this other story out about the drug dealer shit so people won't really look. Because if they would have told people 3 days ago that this man killed, they would have already like, come on, man. So he testified against cops, and all of a sudden he just automatically gets died. But you could put the narrative out there and bend the story any type of way. But don't mean that people gonna believe it though. I don't give a fuck what you say. Show the video camera. Show the video camera. I bet you if you call that facility, I bet you they tell you they got cameras all over the place. I bet you. I bet you they got cameras all. But now I bet you ain't gonna be no cameras available, right? Fuck out of here, man. They would have had all that shit on. They would have had the kids that did it. They would have had the Joker who did it. They would have had the video camera. They would have had them coming in and going out. And probably they would have had a view to where he would have been they would have been able to see where he got out the car. All right. Oh yeah, the female. You talking about Bunny. Yeah, I mean, she got the fuck out of Dodge. She got out of Dodge. I mean, listen, I wouldn't put it past that neither on Hobart. Like real talk. I mean, like really, it be like really, like you cannot you in this day and age, you gotta be a critical thinker when they tell you some stupid shit. If the shit don't make no sense, then you gotta start using your common sense. Because if you allow them to tell you how to think, you gonna always go wrong. A stage play. That's right. Yeah. It's a gun point finally said we have been. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Hold up. You said Bunny said they told her that they weren't going to go leave. They wasn't going to leave any witnesses. Hmm. That's interesting. If y'all want to see the interview of the sister, go on Phil from the Vibe show. I seen it, but I'm gonna watch it again. Just to see if I'm about to watch it as soon as I get off of this or whatever. As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna rewatch it just to see if anything I missed or whatever, man. But that, you know what, man, the sad part about it, that brother looked just like Darren Sill, man. They look just alike. If you look at Darren Sill, let me show you. Let me see if we can find a picture of Darren Sill. Now we know what Joshua Brown looked like. Let me see something. Matter of fact, no, let's do it like this. Little brother, just like Darren said. Let me see. That shit hurt me, man, to see this kid Darren Sill get killed, bro. That shit hurt me. I was fucked up when I seen this. Look, they look just alike. Let's see a little darker than him, but they look just alike. And he mysteriously get killed. And this is Joshua Brown. They favor a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Um, tragic, man. You know what I'm saying? You said Hitman hard, Bayonne cop. Yeah, man. That's right. Oh, you're right about that. You gotta believe they're still checking us out to see our reaction. Man, listen, I know they checking us out. But you know what though? The Most High got us, man. So you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, man, shit is foul, man. Like you know what I'm saying. Like we don't know what happened, but I damn sure don't believe no motherfucking drug dealers. He was selling drugs. I don't believe that. Mm-hmm. You're right. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Martin Luther King family sued. They only got $100,000 though, but they still sue. And then even if you could look at the strange deaths that happened from Martin Luther King. His mother got killed in church. They said a so-called Hebrew Israelite killed his mother in church. His brother died in a swimming pool or whatever. Like, come on, man. Like, it's sad, man, when you look into this stuff because you really want to believe that you know what I'm saying, that people got your best interest. But then when you start looking into it and you start seeing inconsistencies, that start raising the eyebrow. Anytime you see any inconsistencies and you start saying, wait a minute, man, this don't make no sense, man. Mm-hmm. Peace, Redbird. I wouldn't put it past them neither, whole word. Real talk, shit stage. You know, and then the young brother lost his life, a young Aborigine brother lost his life as a result of trying to do the right thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace, Ohio players. They saying, hold up, no sign of drowning, but died in the pool. Copper color. So you talking about Dr. King brother, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's like I said, that shit hurt, man. See that brother get killed after he trying, like for real, and then make it seem like it's just like I said, make like the way they making it seem like he was selling drugs. Like, come on, man, like you couldn't put no better respect on a brother name because the lady, I mean, like I said, under whatever the case is, and she going uphill, and now she might walk. Like real talk, these man, listen, man, like for real, man. You know, for real. Even when you catch them red-handed with their hand in the cookie jar, they still got the back of their system to get them out of it, man. Now, Judge Joe Brown said that 10 years was enough. She was supposed to get 10 years, right? He's saying because that was, but how? How for a murder? I've never heard no murder charge a motherfucker get 10 years. Or that's the minimum. I mean, I know people who had homicide that got 7 years, 10 years. But this was these is under circumstances in which they was kind of defending themselves. And they still got that time. This is a circumstance to where somebody walked in the wrong apartment, according allegedly to them. Allegedly. They walked in the wrong apartment, walked in and just shot somebody. Like, you had your weapon out? You didn't know, like, I mean, it stinks to high hell, man. It stinks to high hell. We don't know what the motive was, but I know damn well it wasn't nobody in the wrong apartment. Mm-hmm. You make a mistake and take somebody's life and then blame it and say, oh, I was in the wrong apartment. And so no one said, well, damn, you that fucking stupid? So you mean tell me you was in the wrong apartment and you ain't know you wasn't? Nah, you supposed to get fucking at least 30 years behind that for just being a dummy. So you mean tell me that you justifying killing this man by saying you thought you was in the wrong apartment? So you still right. You still trying to justify the situation at hand by saying you was in the wrong apartment. And so people say, oh, you was? Oh, that's why you shot. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Fuck out, yeah, you right. You see that whole, but like, what the fuck you think people stupid? You walk in the wrong apartment, and then you still want leniency because you walked in the wrong apartment and killed somebody, and then you want leniency? They should have threw the fucking book at you, but they couldn't throw the book because you had these coon ass motherfucking people who kept on caping for her. Then you got the fucking judge who was sworn in, or who got the job from the fucking the police department, and then she sitting up there praying with her, giving her Bible, and they gonna sit there and say, "Oh, she asked me for a Bible." You should tell her, "Well, you'll get one when you go to jail. When you go tonight, when you go to prison, ask the guards for a Bible. I'm not giving you shit." And what you say, Brickle? You said Judge O'Brien said what? Listen, Christina, I'm not falling for that. If it listen, like I don't listen. I done been drunk out of my mind. Okay, I done been drunk out of my mind when I was young. Take ecstasy, all that shit. No one is walking in the wrong fucking apartment. I mean, don't get it wrong. It can happen, but she didn't look inebriated to us. Okay, she didn't look inebriated. Something else happened. Okay, it's something else going on. And I don't even think it was no level squad. I believe it might have just been a hit. That dude Bolton John might have seen something that he wasn't supposed to see. I mean, but then you have to really start looking at it in that order, because you like, well, if he did see something that he wasn't supposed to see and it was a hit, they could have got him anytime. They could have got him out. So you have to start thinking of looking into different things or whatever, though. But it had to be some motive. The motive was a little bit more than she just didn't know what apartment she was in. And now this brother lost his life. He left behind 3 kids. The brother was working. No one said he was selling drugs. He ain't got no criminal record. Ain't been to jail. Don't even look like a kid that's out there trapping like that. You understand? That's right. She knew exactly what she was doing. That's right. You'd have walked out as soon as you seen the wrong shoe. You knew it wasn't your apartment from the time you walked in the door. Like, it's nowhere in the world I'm gonna walk in my house. I'm gonna walk in. I know you be in your house every day. By the time you look down the hallway, you'll know it wasn't your house. By the time you look in the door, like, cause everybody, like I said, you look in the door, you could see stuff that will show you that you're in the wrong fucking house. It's nowhere in the world. If I walk my apartment and I don't see my table and I don't see the stuff, I know I'm in the wrong apartment. I know I'm in the wrong apartment as soon as I see the damn kitchen. She deserved life in prison. Mm-hmm. Well, like you said, that might have been even like I don't be knowing what the fuck to believe in this man. They interject so much shit to the point to where like it's so it be so many underlying themes to these stories to where like even when we think we know nothing, we don't even know shit because we probably missing the whole point on the whole thing. But this brother was in California and he feared for his life, and then he had to come back because they subpoenaed him and told him they were gonna lock him up if he didn't come back. Then the lawyer said that he was ambushed. So to use terms like ambush, meaning that he knows something. Ambush don't sound like an argument and somebody pull out a gun on you. Ambush means sound like you walked out your car and then somebody can start unhailing bullets on you. Like you wasn't expecting to see no one there, and that's what happened. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, I believe that too, Corral. I believe that too. He found something and that shit was a hit or whatever. Mm-hmm. I believe that too. Man, even if you go into witness protection, like mm-hmm. I believe that too. I believe she had keys too. Mm-hmm. And then what he said in the testimony that he said something that contradict what she was saying. So even after he went up there and testified and they found her to be a liar, they still sat up there and coon. Like, cause once I'd have seen like the witness would have said something and he would have exposed her as a liar, that would have only made me more mad at her. And I dare sure wouldn't get her no forgive. But that's what they gotta do. They gotta have you say, oh, to forgive her because they like I said, I don't know what's going on, but I guess they don't want nobody to get extra mad about none of this stuff. And that's the fucked up part. You can't tell nobody how to feel about this shit because it's wrong. Hmm. I don't know. AP said that. AP said that he might have been smashing her or whatever. I've heard that, but I don't know. I for some reason I don't know. I can't go with that one for some reason. And I'm not saying maybe you do got some more evidence. I haven't seen it. Um, yeah, I mean I haven't like I said I haven't seen that. Like I'm looking at this like I don't know. I don't know. It's something else going on. Hmm. Look, you get more time for hurting a police dog. You understand what I'm saying? You get more time. You got motherfuckers who got 30 years in life for shooting a police dog. So you can kill a police dog and get more time than you can walk. Then you can literally walk and hurt somebody in their own home and then try to justify it and make it seem like you're the victim. And then people sitting up there falling for it. Like, really? Like really, ah man, like this shit is a joke, man. Yeah, you live right across from me, right? The whole shit is a sin. I believe that too. You think he broke her heart? You think that's what it was? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That could have happened. Like I said, I leave all possibilities open because there's so many. Like we don't know the exact. We only know what they telling us, and we don't believe what they telling us, no matter what. Um, I don't know. Maybe he could have. Maybe. But damn, for her to come back and shoot that man like that, like I mean, come on now, like that's a little excessive. Like I understand, ain't no fury like a woman scorn, but goddamn, like that's a little excessive. And I don't think that dude was no type of player individual anyway. He didn't look like no player like that. Like you know what I'm saying? He looked like a nigga. Looked like a nigga. He'd do the right thing by. He'd do right by a woman. Hmm. So you think this is distracting, Ruger? What you saying? Saying any woman having an affair with a married man can't be trusted. Yeah, you're right. It's saying just try. Yeah. You funny as hell, but yeah, she do like an old ass motherfucker, man. She look like somebody grandmother, man. You know, it's like somebody damn grandmother. Least partner. You're right. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta really like a lot of this shit, man. Just don't be making sense. Like it don't make no sense. Like you know what I'm saying. I mean that could be a possibility too, Gretchen. That he may have seen them together or some type of shit like that, though. But you know what? I think if he seen them together, he would have said something. I don't think he was gonna hide that. I think if he seen them together, he would have said something. That would have came out in that. Somebody would have said something. There would have been some more. It would have been more information that we could have fed off of that. Now, I'm not saying maybe more information might come out later on about it, but as of now, you would think that it would be more information that would have came out pertaining to that, to where we could have had at least a little bit more, like you know what I'm saying. We could have believed the story a little bit more. Hmm. Oh, you can't erase them phone records though. You only erase them. I think you got 48 hours after you take a picture or after you send a text. Yeah, TMZ is the boys. That's the boys. TMZ. Just like who done it? Yeah, right. What you say yes, the prosecutor didn't bring those things up in court, but the department manager said she was security. You say you smoke 12 pounds of weed, Joe Curry? Hmm. Listen, TMZ is them people, man. You think TMZ just able to just pop up every time something conveniently they get all the great stories? Really? No doubt. Yeah, let me get up out of here, y'all, though. But I'm gonna make another, like I said, I'm gonna keep us posted on this. Um, Definitely, man. Rest in peace to the brother, man. Both, I mean, rest in peace to both them brothers, man. Because whatever the brother did, we cannot condemn that man to death. Even if he was messing with that cracker, we still can't condemn him to death, and that wouldn't be right. You know what I'm saying? Even if he was messing with her, he got a right to choose who he want, even though we might not agree with it. But he got a right to choose and love who he want, and you know what I'm saying. He damn sure didn't deserve to be murdered as a result to this. Now I say some of his people might be coons, but at the end of the day, that brother have a life. I wouldn't ever say that brother life wasn't worth him living or he deserved to go out like that. You understand what I'm saying? That brother ain't deserve to go out like that. Him or Joshua Brown. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, let me get up out of here, man. But you guys comment, like it. For the most part, I'm gonna dig a little deeper, see if I can find some more information. And like I said, if I can find something else, I'm gonna come back with another heavyweight joint. But for the most part, man, we gotta look after our people, man. I appreciate you too, Copper Soldier. What you saying? We want our whole like, yeah, you right. You're right. Rest in peace. That's right. Rest in peace to the brother, man. Let's have a moment of silence for the brother one more time, man, because regardless of the fact if he didn't want to go testify, they made him testify. We seen the brother break down, man. Like that's real shit, man. Like if he was just some cold blood hustler murder type dude, you think he gonna sit on the stand and cry? Like the nigga got choking up, man. You could tell that the brother wasn't just no regular street thug. But you got people buying into this shit, trying to make him like he's some regular. So if he was selling that, show the video camera. Fuck that. Because I'm quite sure they got cameras in the hallway. So show the video camera of him in the hallway with the bags. You know what I'm saying? Show us the cameras of the people in the parking lot or whatever. Don't say you ain't got the angle because that's bullshit. You got all angles because I'm quite sure if it's a gated community, there is a camera as soon as you enter the damn facility or as soon as you enter the property. What do you think? You guys don't think that there's a camera as soon as you enter the facility, the property? Yeah, you're right, Kerry Banks. That's right, because that's what Brown said, that he said something about her testimony that she went back into the apartment. No doubt, Moonlight Nation. Much gratitude to you as well. Um, yeah, Christina Hiller. So you think, like, real talk? We know there's cameras everywhere. We know. Listen, every gated community I've ever been in had a camera. As soon as you come in, there's another camera. So it's a camera in every. It's a camera in every parking lot. There's a camera in every parking lot. Hope C. Thank you. I appreciate you too as well. You say honest Miss. No, I don't know Wilson. I don't know how to fuck you. A West Miss Wilson. They say I think. Mistake. I'm not mistake. He was smoking weed and ran up there. Nah, I don't believe that. That man wasn't smoking no weed. That man wasn't smoking no weed. That's what they said he was, but then they changed that shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So look, real quick before I get out of here. All right. So where's the cameras at? We know there's cameras inside these facilities. So you think, like I said, I'm quite sure there's a camera before you even get in the facility on the way inside of it. So I'm quite sure there's a camera inside. I'm quite sure when you go through wherever, because in most gated community they have like They have like a what's the name? Like a guard on post. That's another thing. Did they have any guards there? You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Did they have any guards there? Number one. Number two, when you first come into the facility, we know there's a camera right there. Because it's always one. They ain't going. It's nowhere in the world you're gonna be living in a gated community and there's no fucking cameras. Because what would be the purpose of you living in the gated community then? Man, you right, Joe Curry. He said one Brown interview. He said the real stink came. They saying there before shooting them out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how hard it is to get into them apartments. But you know what they said though? To that McLean, somebody said that sometimes the doors doesn't lock. But still in all, that ain't no that still ain't that it still sound fishy. Like how first of all the man didn't leave his door open. How the fuck did she get in the house? Number one. Her key card would not work or whatever. So how did she get in the house? Unless she had I mean, like I said, I mean, this is all speculation. We don't know, but you think about it. How did she get in this house? How did she get in the house? So let's say that the door wasn't open. Now how the fuck did she get in? Hmm? Nah, you can't say. Hey, look. Also, I'm saying the door was open. And said, I think because of the pot smell. What are you talking about, Wilson? What pot smell? You believe the official story, man. What are you talking about? There was no fucking weed. Fuck is you talking about? Because of the pot smell. Who told you that? Who told you that he was smoking weed? Who told you he was smoking weed? You said Joshua Brown said what? What did he say? What did he say, Wilson? Look, a Holbert. If she had a key, then now you just need to start thinking some other shit. Okay. Now you need to start thinking some other shit. I don't want to hear all the keys work in all apartments because that's bullshit. When you have a key, when you have a hotel key, you can't walk in any damn hotel room. It's the same fucking that same key they got is the same key you have in a hotel room. You'll know from how cooperative this kid is, the one who got shot. You know what I'm saying? You'll know right then and there if something fishy though. But like I said, if most of the time, if you hear anything that sound fishy or sound that's not correct, you already know what time it is. Yeah, Joshua Brown testified that there was a complaint of loud. Oh, you said, hold up. Let me see. There was a complaint of loud noises, but sometimes, no, but someone must smell marijuana. Why y'all keep saying somebody smelled marijuana though? Do you have any evidence? And I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. I just want to know myself. Did they mention that? No one, I didn't hear nobody mention that they had weed. I didn't hear nothing about that. I heard the police said that he had weed, but then his parents said that they was lying that he didn't smoke no weed. Indigenous ghost. Joshua Brown said what? You said, hold up, Wilson. You said Joshua Brown said a lot of stuff, bro. I mean, but what do you mean he said a lot of stuff? I don't understand. What do that got to do with what we talking about the house, though? So you saying that the nigga Bolton John was smoking weed? You saying that he had weed coming out of the house? If he had weed coming out the house, they would have made sure they kept on talking about that. They tried to say that at first, that he was on weed, and then they changed that story. They use that to basically the make you look, to make your state, make you not be a credible person. I mean, maybe they did have keys, but like you said, what if this motherfucker, being as though he was accountant, and something else took place? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all seen Pineapple Express? You seen that role that Rosie Perez played when she was a cop? Now I ain't saying Pineapple Express for the weed. I'm just saying Pineapple Express for the dirty cop. Nah, Wilson, I'm not saying it's the third, but you gotta elaborate. I'm asking you what you talking about. I don't understand. You said had a good job. So where no, so where do money come from? What do you mean he had a good job? So where's money come from? You can say he had a good job, bro? Maybe I'm not understanding. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to get clarified. If you mentioned something, all I'm asking for is where are you getting that from? I'm not I mean, I want to be enlightened. Maybe it's something that I missed. So if you know about something and I'm asking you, let me know. I didn't read that nowhere. You said Joshua Brown money coming. Where what you mean where his money was coming? How do you know where he got money? How do you know what he got? What you mean, money? Didn't he say he owned Airbnb, or you don't believe he owned Airbnbs and he worked? That's not good enough? That's right. Yeah, I'm just hold up. We said Joshua Brown had 12 pounds. How the fuck you know it? You believe he had 12 pounds of weed in his house? You really believe that shit? Because the police told you that? Look, Wilson, you in the wrong. I'm about to click you out of here, dude. Cause it's like everybody else is on code. You the only fucking one believe the narrative. You the only one believe the narrative to what they say. Of course they gonna say they found weed in his house. They said it was 12 pounds that he sold them. Now it was 12 pounds that they found in the house too. With the $4,000. Come on, man. It's always the same shit. Nah, bro. You said where he worked? Do the research and find out where he worked at. He worked for. They say he owned Airbnbs and he worked and he was a roofer. He worked as a roofer. He was shot last year. That could have been a hit too. Yo, that's funny as hell, Carrie. You right. If she was fucking with that brother, she wouldn't have been fucking with no Caucasian. You absolutely right on that note. Saying he was a contractor. That's right. Who told you that they found the weed in the house? Oh, the same people who we suspect might have had foul play in his murder. What you mean? Look at the if you, hey Wilson, If you watch the whole video I just put out there, you just heard me read. I've read from 5 different fucking articles, man. Look up the whole story. Like, get the fuck. I'm about to boot your ass out of here in a minute, man. Bro, real talk. Like, you about to get up out of here. It's saying cops said at the press. So you believe everything the police say? So you believe what the police say? You believe everything they said, right? Hey, look, hey Wilson. I'm sorry. Maybe let me reintroduce myself. Okay, this is a free thinking channel right here. We don't believe official narratives on shit. And for you to come here and tell us what the cops said is that mean you ain't using your fucking brain, so you don't even need to be here with us. Because if you ain't reading between the lines and you saying, well, then the man feared for his life, the lawyer said he got ambushed. The lawyer knows something that we don't know. So he felt like he might be. Why would he get felt like he might have been shot out of the fucking blue? The fuck, man? Like, oh my God. Listen, Christina. If they're trying to make it seem like he was a drug dealer, wouldn't that be just right for him to have weed in the fucking house, according to them? In that nice ass gated community, people would have smelt that weed coming out of his fucking house. It wouldn't been no way you would have been able to hide that shit. 12 pounds? Are you serious? 1 pound of smell, an ounce of smell. I want to hear from his wife, though. I want to hear what his wife got to say. Because you can pretty much hear once if we can get a article from her or get a interview from her, you will hear in her voice whether or not she's scared and she know that they try to set her up, or we could get a little closer to the truth. Me myself, I don't believe none of this shit. I don't believe the man sold drugs. I believe that they set him up because the lawyer just said that he got ambushed. Okay, why would the lawyer say he got ambushed if he didn't? And like I said, if you doing a crime scene investigation and it was two shots it was 2 guns. Brown had a gun and supposedly the other guy had a gun, right? According to them. So that must mean it would have been 2 shell cases. Now, what kind of gun did Brown have? According to them, did he have a revolver or did he have an automatic? If he had an automatic, the shell casing would have been on the ground. Only revolvers, the shell casing stay inside. So if it was an automatic, the person who did who did the crime scene would have found and said, "Now these are 2 separate gunshots right here." And then they would have already had speculation that maybe Brown might have had a gun. So then they would have tested him for gunshot residue. Get the fuck out of it. They making up shit as they go along. Yeah, you right. Wifey do need you. Right. She will be missing also. You right. That's fucked up. Mm-hmm. So they want you to believe Brown was in front of his house and he got into an altercation with somebody in a gated community that got cameras. He just got out of a situation with the police, and they want you to believe that he just shot the nigga. Fuck out of here. Are we stupid or what? What are we doing? What are we doing these days, man? What are we doing these days? Think about that. So you telling me that this nigga just got out of a high-profile trial. He's going back to the civil matter. And you think that he got into a drug altercation with somebody, which they got into a physical altercation. See, they use that story off of the other story from the club shit, okay? Because he got into an altercation with somebody there, which he probably didn't have no control. He had to probably fight. But you think a motherfucker gonna hustle, and what could be said that fast other than motherfucker saying, look, we're gonna take your shit or we gonna do something to you for a person to react in that manner. But then, like I said, you have to think about it. If you are a detective and it was just a murder, you're going to look and see the gunshot, the casings. So if there's two different casings, then you're gonna have to start making speculation that maybe he had a gun. They never said none of that until they got this so-called story from this other kid, which I don't even believe. Like I said, we don't even know if there's anybody else. These could just be stories that they making up. They could not even be the person who in the hospital because they ain't even showing his picture. So that motherfucker might not even exist. These are stories that's coming from the same people who created the story, created the lie. I don't believe that she knocked on his door and he opened. I believe she walked in the house. That nigga was eating some Haagen-Dazs, and she gets let go on him for whatever reason. Was a murder. It was a hit. Why would you shoot a nigga in the chest and you in the wrong apartment? Yeah, the world's dumbest. You're absolutely right. Come on, sis. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Look, let's be smart now. If they came to this man's house and he was selling drugs, right? They're inside the facility. He's not outside the facility. He's inside the facility. So the cameras would have picked up everything. So you mean tell me he gonna shoot somebody in the fucking chest and he just got out of a fucking so-called murder? I mean, a high profile truck. It don't make no fucking sense. It don't make no sense. They said they shot him in the face, Wilson. Okay? And until we see that, that's what it's going to be. We ain't going to keep on playing around with they got all these different stories. Why would someone say he got shot in the foot? Why would the lawyer say he got shot? And he said his family, he said that Brown family told him that Brown got shot in the face and in the back and in the chest. Look, indigenous ghosts. Why would you do a drug deal like that in your house? Come on now. It doesn't make no sense. Doesn't make no sense whatsoever. The police is watching you. You just testify on one of their, and then they said it's a police station right across the street from where he live at. In that apartment facility I showed you, they said it's a police department, right, police station right across the street from him. So you just get out of a high profile murder. Number one, you selling weed, right? So I just showed you how they were harassing the nigga who shot the Eric Gardner tape, right? So you think that they wasn't trying to find or catch this nigga in the wrong or catch this nigga riding dirty or doing any dirt? Come on now. You think that they really wasn't to discredit him from his testimony? Hey, he was not a drug dealer. I don't believe he was no drug dealer neither. I don't believe he was no drug dealer. But just because they tell you that, you have to believe it. They're trying to cover it. Listen? Okay. Let's say that somebody within their force might have done that, and the overall police force don't know about it. Okay, let's say that they don't know about it. Let's say that somebody just did that was connected with the police. Let's say if that did and the other police force don't know about it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, no one is stupid. He never seemed stable to you. I don't really have an opinion. Yeah, he's saying I'm just mentioning what was mentioned. Or you mentioning what you heard. And you ain't stopping along to fact check or to use common sense about what was you told. Why, if this man was selling drugs, they would have knew he was selling drugs. Well, he probably April Dawn. He probably was smoking weed, but that don't mean that he was selling it. That don't mean he was selling. He probably was smoking weed. That's right. Smoking weed don't turn him into a drug dealer. Like, come on now. It's saying that's right. I mean, he listen. He a young kid. He's probably smoke weed like the rest of them, but so because you found him smoking weed, that means he had pounds and he was selling weed. So just because a motherfucker smoke a blunt, how was it a big blunt? Because niggas who sell weed normally overdo it when they smoke weed. Was it a fat blunt? Nah, they said Brown was walking up the stairway and he heard the conversation, or he was somewhere in the vicinity and he heard the shit and he heard the gunshots go off and he spent off and then somehow came back to his apartment. Mm-hmm. Nah, I got you, April. Though I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, think about it. Like, I mean, this shit just don't make no. It just doesn't make no sense. Like, I mean, it's like the world that I doesn't work that way to where is that convenient, or is that is that convenient that soon as this nigga finish testifying, then he go try to if he was worried about the police, more than likely we don't even know if this nigga was trying to get the hell out of Dodge. Peace, 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 Libra son. He ain't bring what part up, Wilson? Peace, D Mills. I ain't got no problem, like I said, because he's smoking weed. I don't mean that he was selling weed. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Shit, everybody smoke weed. You know what I mean? People smoke weed and don't sell weed. But like I said, what would be more the motive that the Dallas police don't want nobody to think that they had something to do with it? Why would the mayor come out and say don't start speculation? Why would anybody start speculating? Oh, because he just testified against a cop. Yeah, Cheryl, we don't believe that. Come on now. The weed issue. Listen, listen. Let me tell you something. The police would have had a fucking telescope or a fucking magnifying glass up his ass to find something on him. Okay? They would have been knew he was hustling. Get the fuck out of here. They would have been knew that. That's something that's not hard to find out. It's not hard to find out whether somebody hustling or not. It's really not. You say you take a journey 2 hours for your week. God damn, son. Let me see. You said a 4 hour and 25 minutes. Yeah, 12 pounds, huh? That's right. Where the autopsy report. The old sprinkle some crack on the crime scene strategy. Right. See, bro? Seeing Dig American, you coming in already. You coming in already with your day live glasses on, man. You gotta when you come into this shit, you gotta have your day live glasses on. Cause I'm not going with none of the narratives. I'm not believing nothing. None of the stuff that's on the news. I'm not believing none of it. I'm not believing it. Listen, McLean, that is an insult to him. Like, come on, man. That man wasn't like I said, most of the time, if you hustling like that, you hustling big numbers like that, then you had to somehow. I mean, I ain't gonna say all the time, but 9 times out of 10, a brother would have had some run-in with the Lord. The brother don't even have a criminal record. You know what I'm saying? Number one, he don't have a criminal record. Number two, like he said, it doesn't make sense. They would have been ran down on him. Listen, he about to testify on a cop. You think the police went and the police wasn't watching him? You honestly think the police wasn't watching him? And he about to testify on a cop? Are you serious? You said Brown wife was French and she was deported. Damn. Well, he got 3 other baby mothers, so somebody knows something. He got 3 other baby mothers, so somebody knows something. She smoking weed not for sale. What's up, Ed Cooper? See, they create these narratives and throw these stories out there. So we would never sit here and believe you wouldn't believe these people would lie to you. Why would they lie to you? Why would they lie to you? Hmm? Why would they lie to you? And you know the funny thing is, even when that shit happened down there with that so-called shooting of that dude Micah X, I didn't believe that shit. I didn't believe it, but you got niggas out there saying, oh yeah, he did. I didn't believe that not one bit. I didn't believe that story. I did not believe it. Because it seemed like it was something that they was putting out there. Mm-hmm. Confuse the truth. Exactly. The narrative is mainly for the white folk. That's right, exactly. Right. Mm-hmm. Got faith in the oppressors. You're absolutely right. Because it ain't nowhere in the world I believe this. I don't believe shit they put out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I'm about to get out of here though, but we're gonna keep our eyes on this. We're gonna see what's gonna come out next. That's right. If they tell you from Africa, you can't believe nothing. You know what I'm saying? Entrepreneur turned drug dealer. Yeah, first he was an entrepreneur, had Airbnbs, and he was working as a roofer. Come on now, he had Airbnbs. They pay money. Okay, they pay enough money. Like, come on, ain't no nigga who hustling gonna get involved in. Well, then again, I don't know. I can't even say that because there might be somebody who hustle who's involved in some shit like that. But do you think that's logic? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's fake. He also tried to play. What the fuck do that mean? Everybody is four. No. I'm sorry. I don't know how many players there is in the NFL, but everybody don't make it. I play football, so I'm a fair football player too, right? So because he got a college degree, he graduated. So I mean, most people, even if you get a scholarship, some people optimistic about going to the NFL, NFL or making it to the pros. Other people just doing it just so they can get their degree and keep it moving. The fuck do that got to do with anything? Somebody played football, so because he played football and he fell, that means he can't. They said he was owning Airbnbs. They ain't say nothing about he was selling drugs. There's no evidence of him selling drugs. He don't have no record. No one else came out and said he was selling drugs. The only people who say he's selling drugs are the people who got the most to hide. I'm not making no conclusions neither. I'm just not going. I don't believe what they telling us. So we making speculations like the man said not to do. Sis, April Dawn, you are 100% right. Okay, flipping rental properties and roofing. Come on now. Yeah, I just showed you he played in college. Look, listen. If you testifying on the police, you better keep your ass cleared because they're going to be watching you and they're going to be on your ass. Okay. Go here. Busy B, you good to go. Just think outside the box, man. Don't believe everything you hear. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it coming down to shit like this. Yeah, I mean, calling a drug deal going wrong, man. Come on now. And that's a fucked up stereotype to say all black men sell or is involved in drugs. That kid looked like a decent kid, man. And you can tell by the way he was talking that he just wasn't no ordinary kid. Listen. I seen people testifying shit like that. That man was scared because he probably knew that he wasn't gonna make it. You said facts, but he was hustling the right way. Yeah, he was hustling. You were absolutely right. He was hustling the right way. You fall off the roof and shit up there working and shit, right? Come to work high and shit. You fuck around, fall off the roof. Hmm. Nonetheless, what's really good with you, my brother? Um, Mm-hmm. But why we ain't supposed to hustle the right way? Why everybody else can come here and live their dream, and we the only people who can't do nothing. We can't have shit. You know what I'm saying? That's right, Ed Cooper. Mm-hmm. So why the fuck we can't never have nothing? Motherfucker always saying black people can't have. When we going to change that? Why the fuck we can't have nothing? You know what I'm saying? Everybody else can have every motherfucking thing, but we can't have nothing. Motherfucker come here right off the boat, open a 7-Eleven, open a store, but meanwhile you can't have shit. You understand what I'm saying? Then when it is, oh, you had to sell drugs to get the fuck out of here. That's why we on this shit. Because that's the official narrative that they put out there on every black man. Anytime some shit like this happens, and like I said, they got numerous ways to create different stories, and it's always some foul play. Anytime some shit like this happen, notice the same thing. Anytime any murder or something happened to somebody, it was either a botched robbery, or it was a mistake, accidental death, or it's always some shit. It's always these weird murders or these mysterious deaths, man. Just think about it. Every time there's always these mysterious deaths, man. Somebody always die mysteriously. You know what I'm saying? Or it's always some shit to where, like, even when you start looking at a lot of these situations, man, where anytime there's a murder or somebody die or they die some shit, you notice it's always a mysterious death. It's always some shit to where, it was a botched robbery. Oh, he tried, and then no, but it was a botched robbery, but they ain't take no money. They ain't take no money though, but it was a robbery, right? All you gotta do is just listen to the flim flam, man. Because the stories is told in numerous ways. It ain't always gotta be pertaining to something like this. It could be numerous different other stories out there. If you listen to enough of this shit, you'll catch on and be like, yeah, I've heard this one before. You know what I'm saying? I've heard this one before. How convenient they pull this one out for this. I just find it to be ironic. I'm not saying someone directly from the police department did it. We don't know what happened. But I'm not going to say but that I wouldn't put it past them. And I'm not saying we're not pointing and saying, well, who did what, cuz we not 100% sure on who did what. But I'm just saying, though, come on now, what do you think? What do you take people for? You didn't say he was a drug dealer before. Now all of a sudden he's this big time drug dealer. Really? Fuck out of here, man. Yeah, you're right. Like passports, that's right. Or IDs. Or driver license and shit. Nigga said driver license. They found the driver license. Yeah. You said there was blood splatter outside Bolton doorway. Too, really? I didn't know about that, April Dawn. Listen, Ed Cooper, if that nigga was getting bread like that, somebody else would have knew. And like I said, if he was getting bread like that, the police would have been on him and watching him. The police would have been watching him, bro. Come on now. Don't be fucking stupid. The police would have been watching him from the gate. Oh man. I don't you Wilson, stop the dumb shit. They didn't find no weed in Bolton's crib. You heard. Of course they gonna say that. Why would they? Yo, you out of here, man. I'm sorry, bro. You out of here, dude. You dumb as fuck, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to disrespect you, man, but you can't come here with the shit you heard. Who told you that? Who told you they found weed in his house? Oh, the person that wanted to get the lady off, so the weed would be more convenient that he was a criminal, right? But his family, if you come out and you hear his family said that he wasn't smoking no weed. I understand everybody got their own personal opinion, but you gotta like here we not like I don't know how you found this channel if you coming with the stupid shit, talking about what you heard, like whose story is that benefiting to say that they found weed in the dude Bolton John house? Whose story is that going? Whose story is that going to help? Unfucking believable, man. Unfucking believable. Like really, man. I heard we was from Africa. I heard we was from Africa. I heard there wasn't no black people in North America. So you said Joshua Brown said they found weed in. I don't believe that neither. No one said anything about them. If they found weed in Bolton Jr. house, they would have said that shit. That would have been something that they would have made sure that they would have kept on repeating. Look, I know people get caught with weed in their house, but in this case, that was used to discredit him, man. What part don't you see? You got to know flim flam, Wilson. You can't come here and you just came off the porch and you went to school and you don't know. If you don't know no flim flam and you ain't been doing no detective work or thinking like a detective, then you can't. I don't expect you to. Of course, I heard they said that they found weed in it too, but then I had to think about it. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did they say that story to help her get off? Or did they really find it? They never mentioned nothing else about it, so obviously they didn't find it. Yeah, where's the court's transcripts? That's right. He wasn't selling weed, April Dawn. That's all speculation. That's all put out there to discredit him. Oh, go away. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, it's sad, man, to lose a brother, man. You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta get up. I'm tired as hell, y'all. I'm yawning. But we're gonna get back into this though. But don't believe what they put out there. Okay. You have to look who putting it out there. What is the point of them putting it out there? And is this meant to change your views or to keep you from really thinking? You're right, Carrie. Yeah, it's an insult. It's an insult. Every time a black man do something, they always gotta have drugs. What do they always get you with? Anytime they want to set you up, what do they always say? You sell drugs, or they found drugs. And, like this is like I said, it to me, there's a 1% chance that story that he might have been selling weed and that shit might have happened. It's 1% that I believe that. 99% I believe some other shit. No doubt, nonetheless. Mm-hmm. Drugs, boy. Yeah, you're right. But we talking about weed. We talking about marijuana. And like I said, nigga will kill you for 12 pounds. Don't get it fucked up. Nigga will kill you for these starving bum ass niggas out here will kill you for 1 pound. They will kill you for an ounce. Dirty motherfuckers out here. But that don't mean that's the truth of what happened though. Just because that would happen and just because that could happen, don't mean it did happen. Because like I said, if they really want, this nigga's about to testify on a cop. You think they didn't look up every motherfucking thing to see if he had a criminal record? They wasn't following him, they wasn't surveying. You really believe that? You said not in all cases. What, Gretchen? Come on now, nobody's stupid. If you are about to testify against a fucking cop, they have a whole. You mean tell me she ain't got no friends that would try to put drugs on you or try to? They could not get him on nothing because he wasn't doing nothing. I believe that maybe that when he got shot, that they was trying to kill him then. Mm-hmm. Man, like he's some type of thug or something like that. Come on now. If he was a fucking thug, he went to California. And like I said, if he was a thug, even though he wasn't crying like a little bitch, or he wasn't up there whining like crying like, it still looked as sad to see the brother cry. You understand what I'm saying? He cried like a man. He didn't cry like a, you know what I'm saying? You could tell that the shit really bothered him. Seeing that, and the fact that he was scared to come back. You think he was scared to come back because some random niggas was looking for him? Come on, man. He thinks he wanted, bro. That's fucked up. You want to hear? All you gotta do is just start listening to what his people saying. If you hear one person saying he wasn't selling no drugs, then more than likely that's what it is. You're saying he just a witness. Then you just hear me read. He had a key testimony. Other than him, what other witness did they have? They had a few other witnesses, but ain't none of them hear the gunshots. Or people heard it, but they didn't hear it like he heard it. They say he too emotional. If somebody in your complex got killed, and then you testifying against a damn cop, and then we don't know what happened. We don't know if this man got threats. We don't know what happened. We don't know what happened between him. And like I said, that little random shooting shit that happened to him in the club, man. You think that's just some random? That's just some random thing? Come on now. Try to set it up, make him look like he was in the club, and then somebody shine saying if there was a third person in bottom apartment, because Amber doesn't strike me as the type that know multiple languages. Yeah, I mean that too. Like that could have been something too. We don't even know. That was weird. That was weird when he said that they were speaking another language. That was real weird. Or unless he might have been on the phone talking to somebody, and when she walked up, but still, unless though, why would she still shoot him though? Unless it was some other things going on. I don't think it was no sexual thing going on. I think that if it happened the way we think it happened, that it might have been something else. You understand what I'm saying? It might have been something else. All right, so I'm getting out of here. But shout out to everybody, love and light to everybody. Let's just keep listening out for this. So we can, what I'm saying, hopefully get to the bottom of this, and hopefully the brother can get some rest or whatever, man. Rest in peace once again to the brother, man. Um, yeah, I mean, and it's crazy. So with that being said, man, shout out to all the Aborigines, North, South, Central, Conjoined Islands, and my brothers and sisters here in North America for the most part. Keep following this story, y'all. All right, I'm gonna be following it as well too. If anything else come out, we will do another video. So with that being said, you already know what time it is. Culture Freedom, hitting Cultures America, Black Indians is coming. It's on its way. Um, If you like the cop Aborigine t-shirt or anything, you got my t-shirt Spring app. If you like to email me, my email is in the description. And with that being said, man, just take care of yourself, man. Be careful. All right? Peace. Peace, 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 peace. Peace to all.